What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It is I, James, RateOptionAgency.com. 20 plus years selling on eBay. What's up? Had to make sure I was there. What's up, baby boy? Where's baby girl at? All right. Oh, yeah. Yeah. There she is. They just came in from outside. They've been cooped up most of the day because of the rain. They're happy to get outside and do a little barking. All right, kitties. Let me do some shipping here. Sales were kind of slow today, but we got some good dollar items from the honey hole that sold, so that's good. He's all lovey-dovey. So that's good, that's good. So, all right, not too much. My eye drops are kind of wearing off. I can kind of see the screen, but it's a little blur, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my glasses. But I gotta work, mister. All right, let's get into this. Got this multi-plan managed care partner fanny pack. Been in the store well over 2 years. Sold for $6. Headed to Castro Valley, California. And if you watched one of my thrifting in a Porsche videos, you saw me pick this up for $1. So this is one of those items to keep an eye out for, because there's a bunch of different outfits that he has. I'd go on eBay and search them first just to make sure that they all have value. Or if you find them in stores, look them up, I should say. But sold for $19 and headed to San Antonio, Texas. All right, I had gotten 3 or 4 old Western shirts, but I don't think they made it into a video, but I got them at the honey hole. Paid $5 a piece for them. And this is a really cool one. I like the Thunderbird on the back. Got the dream catchers on the front. Very cool. Got the snaps. It's headed to Jersey City, New Jersey, and sold for $28. I think I'm going to do the math at the middle of the month with my honey hole. If you watch my videos, you know that at the end of last month, I had already broke even on all the money I spent at the honey hole, which meant everything I made this month was pure profit. Or is in the profit, I should say. So basically everything I bought last month is paid for and moved on. And I'm thinking with all the good stuff I've been finding this month that I'm probably already in the profit with those puzzles alone. Probably put me in the profit on over there. And also this piece I had found over there. If you watch one of my record flipping videos, Paul Simon Graceland sealed from what, 86? Yeah, 86. Paid $1 for it and sold for $49. So, and I don't remember if this was part of last month's or part of this month's. So, but either way, very nice. Oh, and I forgot, it's going to Washington, D.C. And since we're on honey hole stuff, I might as well ship the next honey hole item. And while I was over there today, I got recognized. But I forgot his name. Sorry if you're watching. Thanks for watching. But it's always weird when I get recognized. I just feel like weirded out, uncomfortable. I mean, it's cool as hell. Don't get me wrong, but it's always like it puts me in this like off guard kind of phase, and like I forget everything that was even said. It's like whoop, right over my head. But it was cool. So next up, we've got a honey hole find, which I think was actually in a video. Not those. Not that. We've got that 58 Corvette model. I don't remember what I paid for it. Because I didn't give the number on the thing. I just gave you how much I spent, I think. Probably $2 to $5 somewhere in there. Because I probably wouldn't have paid no more than that. Going to California, sold for $17. Roar. All right, got a youth size Jurassic World shirt, sold for $6, headed down to San Antonio, Texas. And I did go to the honey hole today. Oh, and I think I erased my intro because I didn't do it in the car, but I made a little intro in the car, and I think I erased it because I forgot I did it because I haven't made the video yet. I was going to later. But anyway, with the honey hole stuff that's sold today, I think I've already made $120. And we're at going on 7 p.m. And I spent $108 today. But there was a couple of high dollar items that I'm keeping for myself. So about 50 of that was personal. Well, it's business, but I'm going to use it. One of them was a ring light. I've always been trying to find a ring light in the thrift store. So I finally found one that was $25. It had the bag. It had all kinds of accessories with it and stuff. I don't know. I've never used one before. So I got that. And then I got a projector that you can hook, players up to and project it on a screen or whatever. I've always wanted to play with one of those too, but I usually end up just selling them. So this one I think I'm going to play with first before I sell it. But anyway, so 50 of that. So technically probably only like $58 worth of stuff to resell. But I'll try to make that video tomorrow. Because if you haven't noticed, as of this morning, I'm in real time now uploading the videos. Because with those couple of slow days, it kind of pushed like to either upload the video or upload nothing. So I'm kind of back up to schedule. So I might skip a day this weekend just to get back to a day ahead so I don't have to feel like I am rushing or anything. Or I'll just do whatever. So we got these Hip Gear GameCube controllers. I sold them both together. They're going to Farmington, New Mexico, and they sold for $25. All right. I want to thank Justin, a friend of ours over at the Benz, who shops over at the Benz. He buys vintage clothes and stuff. He finds some good stuff too. But he had found this piece and he was going to throw it. He didn't want to throw it back, but he didn't really want to buy it. It's a cool little piece. Could have got some good money for it if it was in better condition, but got some, some yellowing, but also has holes in it. As you can see right here and stuff. So be a nice cut up shirt if somebody wants to cut it up or wear it distressed. It's a cool little shirt if you like Reba. So that was a Benz item, and I went ahead and took an offer for $10 on it, and it's going to Buren, Washington. It seems like offers is messed up on eBay again, because for the last couple of days there's been long periods of time where no offers come through, and then I know yesterday or the day before when I tried accepting an offer, it wouldn't allow me to accept it, and I had to like wait till later in the day. So there's definitely some funny stuff going on with the site again. But I couldn't tell you what. I know there was a couple of little errors I noticed too. I can't remember offhand. I've just been I've done a lot of work today, cleaning one of my storage units, rearranging stuff so I can get to things a little quicker, separated, organized, if you will. And so I can get some stuff up. Because I want to keep my stuff that I've got in storage for the past 20 years. I want to keep that flowing along with, the few items I pick up at the honey hole. And since I cut the honey hole back this month by probably half, probably more than half, 3, 4, 5, 6, 19, 11, 12, yeah. Probably only going about 12 instead of like, well, no, not half, but close to it, because I didn't go on the weekends really. But I did go to the bin on the weekends when Jan wanted to go. So definitely slowing down the buying and being a little bit more picky. And then so I can get through some more of my storage stuff. But let's see, Serving It Up DVD. Sold for $5, headed to Shelton, Washington. The thunder today, too, had them a little scared. Making sure they stayed close by me. So funny. All right, let's see. What's next? What's next? cassettes here. Avalon, is that on here? Yes. All right, Avalon cassette single. Sold for $7, headed to Arlington, Texas. And there's a reason I'm talking so much. I had to take some pain pills since I was rearranging stuff all day and lifting. My back was kind of messing with me, so I took ibuprofen and a couple of tramadol. But I understand, like, I've never done drugs, but I understand how people can get hooked to drugs. Just because when I take like if I have to take muscle relaxers for my back or take the pain pill, I just feel so mellow. I want to talk about anything and everything, and I have this overwhelming love for everybody that comes over me. So I totally understand why people, it's so easy to, abuse drugs and get hooked on it. Because especially if you're living a life that you're not happy with or you're stressed with and whatever, you need that, you want that escape. And sometimes, people think that's the best way or the easiest way or whatever the case may be, or the only way they know because maybe their parents did it that way or what have you. But I think that's one of the keys to me growing up is even though I had enough, hold on, I got a cough. My sinuses are a mess. Anyway, even though I had nothing, I didn't want to pressure myself. I felt the pressure, but I didn't want to just jump into something and be miserable. I wanted to start in a music store. No matter what I got paid, I wanted to work in a music store because I knew I would enjoy it. And that's what I did for 9 years before I started this. So I always made sure I wanted to do something. And whenever people would ask me, well, in school, what do you want to do with the rest of your, what do you want to do in life? And my number one answer was always to be happy, because I wanted to make sure that I put all my efforts into finding something that made me happy. And it took 30 years. You're not going to necessarily find that, by the time you're 20 or 25. I mean, I didn't. Also, too, I'm kind of a late bloomer, it seems like, with everything in life. So, and I don't have the best education. So you can find it beforehand, but don't be discouraged if you're, a younger person watching these videos. It can take time, and just put yourself in a position to not rush and to just try a bunch of different things. And I'm glad I did that, because the cool thing is when you start at the bottom, you have only one way to go, up. So when you have nothing, you're okay with it. You're okay with nothing. Sure, you want more, but you know how to live with nothing. I couldn't imagine somebody who's, started out in wealthy parents and a nice home and all this and that, and then they can't figure out what they want. And then they start having that downfall, whether it's, getting themselves in a position like whether it's pressure from parents and you get into drugs to get escape from that, or you just can't find your rhythm, what you want to do. And I just couldn't imagine starting high and going down. It's got to be so much more stressful and so much more pressure than starting at the bottom and just trying to find your way to the top. So I am thankful that I did start where I started in life. God, I am just talking about everything, ain't I? James, shut up. No, you don't have much to ship. You don't need to shut up. All right, this is a cool wolf necktie. What's the name of it so I can find it on my thing? Soray. There we go. All righty. We got this cool. What? I was talking too much, so I disturbed you? Or you thought I was talking to you? All right, so this is going to Decatur, Illinois, and sold for $9.50. What? Am I not giving you enough attention? You got a hair on your nose. But I think my main point was of that conversation was, and something I've always said too is, I've always wanted to create the life I didn't need to escape from. That I'm happy with everything. I want to wake up. I want to do work. this was a hobby before it was work, quote unquote. Because when you love what you do, it never feels like work. So that's how I can do this 8, 10, 12 hours a day, just because I don't want to be doing nothing else except ride my bike, but I just can't do that right now. And Quincy Jones, he pulled the wrong one. It's supposed to be a sealed one, so I got to go back and grab the sealed one. Sold for $7 going to Hawaii. All right, Napoleon. Looks like some Latin music here. Sold for $7, headed down to Orlando, Florida. Have any of you ever been to Turks and Caicos? And if so, would you recommend like where to stay or anything down there? Obviously, I think I'm going to look at some kind of resort or something. I just want to go someplace that's kind of tropical that I've never been before. So get Jan to a beach, but I told her I want like clear water and stuff like that, just something different, not the muddy beaches, you know, not really muddy, but the murky whatever beaches that we have around, you know, the Gulf and stuff like that. I want something nice and clear and just different. So different experiences. But yeah, if you've been there and you've stayed at someplace really cool or have any suggestions, put them in the comments if you would, please. I appreciate it. You don't have to waste your time looking anything up if you've never been. I don't want you to do that. But anyway, Julian Hatfield, Hey Babe. There's that babe again. Cassette sold for $9 going to Green Bay, Wisconsin. John Palumbo, Innocent Bystanders with the gold stamp promo. Cassette sold for $6 headed to Chester, Maryland. Are you ready for a CD light? Yes, you are. All right, taking advantage of my clearance. Buy 2 or more, get 50% off. We got the Goo Goo Dolls, and we've got Limp Bizkit. 2 CDs, $5 going to Bellevue, Washington. Velvet Belly, 2 CD set. Sold for $20, headed to the Netherlands. All right, I'm talking way too much because it's telling me I'm out of space. I had to delete a couple of apps. All right, Jimmy Buffett CD sold for $6, headed to Oakton, Virginia. Sterling hat going to Tahoe City, California, sold for $7. All right, if this video abruptly ends and you're watching on YouTube and it just ends, it's because I'm out of space and I have nothing more to delete and I talked way too much and I need to go get a better phone. But anyway, are you ready for a cassette light? And it looks like maybe 1 CD. 17 items sold, taking advantage of my 50% off when you buy 2 or more. Spent $42.50. Yay. It's about time somebody does biggie on that. Going to San Francisco, California. And Adrian did say he left a note saying he couldn't find one. So I got to figure out what that is and see if I can find it. But a bunch of cassette singles. Are we all women bands? No, there's American Gigolo soundtrack. CC Peniston. Madonna, Johnny Camp, Heavy D, Will the Power, Everything But the Girl, Ace of Base, and LaBouche. All right, $42.50. Boom. All right, Bud Light hat sold for $9, headed to Mount Hope, West Virginia. Wild Horse Saloon hat sold for $10, headed to St. Augustine, Florida. All right, St. Louis Cardinals women's hat sold for $9, headed to Albuquerque, New Mexico. Arkansas Razorbacks visor sold for $6, headed down to Alabama. Another St. Louis Cardinals hat staying in the area. St. Louis sold for $8. San Francisco 49ers sold for $12, going to Bellflower, California. Old Republic sold for $9, headed to California. All right, this cassette saga continues. Sold for $7, headed to Tacoma, Washington. And all I gotta say is Roger, over and out.